Yo, what is up, Raider Nation? It's your boy Simone Raider back at it again with another video, and another week means another pre-game preview. As you guys already know, I'm going to be previewing our Las Vegas Raiders versus the LA Rams. Now, you already know that the last 2 days we had joint practices with these jabronis over here, and we ended up in a scuffle, and practice ended early yesterday, so I know that these guys' energy is at an all-time high, so hopefully they could keep that same energy going into SoFi Stadium tomorrow, and hopefully our Raiders can go out there and whip their candy ass all over SoFi Stadium. Now, I know the animosity's riding pretty high. I know that the Raiders coming off of their W last week are looking really good, and I know that the Rams coming off of their L, are hoping to get a W. And I know there's a lot of Rams fans just mad at Raider fans because, we've been talking shit about their #1 cornerback, but I'm not gonna get too far into that. But if this is the first time you're coming across my channel and you love the Las Vegas Raiders and you want daily Raider news, then look no further. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon button just to notify you guys when I upload more videos just like this. With that being said, let's not waste any more time, and let's get started with your pre-game preview.
And you tell them one thing, just win, baby.
Now, we cannot start no pre-game preview without giving you guys some Nation news that you can use. As you guys already know, yesterday, Richie Incognito and Nicholas Morrow, nearly an hour into practice, both went down with an injury. Now, Nicholas Morrow was down for a while, teammates kneeling around him. They even brought out a cart for Morrow, but he eventually got up and limped off the field. Now, Incognito also limped off the field, favoring his right leg. Now, I wasn't too sure if these guys were actually going to play this week against the Rams in this preseason game, but this just puts the nail in the coffin that these guys will not be playing this week. Now, some players that would be filling in for these guys at the left guard position for Richie Incognito, I feel like John Simpson will be stepping in at that left guard position to, get more reps in. And at the linebacker position for Nicholas Morrow, we should be seeing more of Javin White out there. Now, hopefully these injuries aren't that serious and these guys can come back week 1 against the Baltimore Ravens. But if it is, I think the Raiders are going to have to go out there and give some calls around and try to bring some veterans in. Now, one name that I did talk about yesterday was KJ Wright. I feel like if Nicholas Morrow's injury is actually serious and he can't really play a couple of games in the season, the Raiders should definitely go out and get KJ Wright and bring him over to the dark side. Wait. Now, after coming off of a win in week 1 of preseason against the Seattle Seahawks, our Raiders look to build on that going into LA this weekend. The Raiders and the Rams had joint practice this past week, and let's just say things got a little bit heated. But I'm sure they'll both keep that same energy come game time. Now, we are still unsure on whether or not our starters will play, but from what we learned from last week's game is that our second and third stringers are able to hold their own. If we do, by any chance, get to see our starters, I'm sure that they will play only one drive. The Rams, on the other hand, are looking to get in the win column after falling to the Chargers last week. Unlike the Seahawks, the Rams seem to be a better test for the Raiders offensively and defensively. Who knows if we'll get to see Stafford in action? If so, it would be good to see how well our young secondary responds. For the Raiders, quarterback Marcus Mariota looks to make his 2021 debut with the GOAT Nathan Peterman backing him up. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter who plays, as long as we leave LA with that W.
But more than anything, I want better execution. Are we clear on that? I want better fucking execution.
Now, for your matchup of the game, I initially wanted to put father versus son. Hunter Renfrow versus Jalen Ramsey. The tension has been building this past week at joint practice ever since Hunter Renfrow has been showing out, against Jalen Ramsey in the slot. And I know everybody in their mamas was talking about this, and I know a lot of Rams fans were salty about this, complaining, it's just practice. We haven't seen any clips out there. But you know what? At the end of the day, I don't think that the media would be talking about it if it actually didn't happen. Now, I don't know where the clips actually are at, but I'm pretty sure Jalen Ramsey went into the Raiders locker room and deleted all the videos and all the clips from their hard drive. So now, as much as I wanted to put those two as my matchup of the games, I'm not too sure if Jalen Ramsey is even going to play in this game, let alone Hunter Renfrow. But a matchup that I'm going to give you guys that I could actually see in tomorrow's game is our cornerback Nate Hobbs going mano a mano with their wide receiver Tutu Atwell. Now, there has been a lot of buzz around Atwell ever since the Rams drafted him in the 2nd round in this year's draft. Known as a deep threat wide receiver with blazing speed, running a 4.32 40, he should be lined up in the slot for a majority of the game. Last week, Atwell only pulled in 2 receptions for 21 yards on 4 targets. Now, a guy that has been getting a lot of praise and been showing out for the Raiders at the slot cornerback position has been rookie cornerback Nate Hobbs, who I believe will be lined up against Atwell for most of the game. Hobbs put together a strong performance against the Seahawks last week, allowing only 1 completion on 2 targets for 5 yards, 1 sack, and a passer rating of 56.3. Hobbs looks to build on that going into this week's game against the Rams. Atwell's speed could be a test for Hobbs in the slot, but I wouldn't doubt Hobbs' ability to keep up. He also ran a 4.340 at his pro day, so this will be a fun matchup to watch tomorrow.
On wood if you have that message, please. And we're here to help you.
Now for some players you guys should keep an eye on. I have 5 players that you guys should watch going into this game. The first player being quarterback Marcus Mariota. I mean, what more can I say? This guy was supposed to play last week. He had a sore leg, so he missed all of last week, and we got to see the GOAT Nathan Peterman shine. Now, going into this week against the LA Rams, Marcus Mariota is now healthy. He's now ready to go out there and show out. And seeing how well this offense played last week, hopefully they could keep that same energy with Marcus Mariota at the quarterback position. And I just want to see how well this dude has translated from his first year with John Gruden going into this year. Now, I know on paper, Marcus Mariota is the best backup quarterback in the whole entire league, no cap. Now, some things that I do want to see from Marcus Mariota is how poised he is in the pocket, how well he uses his legs, and how accurate he looks out there throwing the ball. Now, I know throughout the whole offseason and even in joint practices, he's been throwing a lot of interceptions, but I feel like Marcus Mariota is a game day quarterback. I mean, he might make mistakes in practice, but he's gonna show out when it actually matters the most. Now, the second player to watch on my list is wide receiver Zay Jones. Now, this dude came out of nowhere like RKO. I didn't know that this dude is actually that good. After seeing last week's performance going 3 for 3 for 57 yards, this dude has been looking good and has still been getting a lot of praise even in joint practice. This dude has been balling out, and I stated it before, I stated it yesterday. Zay Jones is actually looking nice out there, and it looks like all of the work, all the hard work that he's been putting the last couple of years ever since we traded for him is finally paying off. So going into this game, if Zay Jones is really about that, then he should definitely shine against the LA Rams. Player number 3 to watch out for is safety rookie Trayvon Merrick. This is another guy that has been getting a lot of love in training camp and joint practice as well. He had an interception in the first day of joint practice and then had a big pass breakup against Cooper Kupp in the second day. And this dude has been showing out a lot. In his first preseason game, he didn't get tested at all because I feel like opposing offenses already know the deal. And this is a guy that in Gus Bradley's system can be that guy, can be that Earl Thomas on the defensive side. And I feel like he can be a ball hog, you know, lining up with Jonathan Abram on the opposite side. And I see big things for Trayvon Merrick, so I'm going to be keeping a close eye, and I'm going to see if the Rams are actually going to test my boy, and if this guy can come away with an interception tomorrow at SoFi Stadium. Player number 4 to watch out for is linebacker Javin White. Now, Javin White, I gotta say, has been an underrated player and a guy that I've been overlooking these past couple of weeks and this past year. When we got him as an undrafted free agent, I said, you know, he has some potential, but when we seen him play the last couple of games last year, I didn't really see too much from him. I didn't expect too much from him, but after watching this first game and especially watching his mic'd up session, man, this dude brings the energy and I love it. And he led our Raiders defense and tackles last week with 6 total tackles, and just seeing the energy that he provides at the linebacker position, it just really gets me pumped up. And now with Nicholas Morrow out and most likely not playing in this game, Javin White is going to get a lot of PT out there, and trust and believe, I want to see that same energy that he had last week with the Seahawks, and I know that he's going to bring it this week. And last but not least, the last player I'm going to be watching out for is our 5th round pick cornerback Nate Hobbs. Now, I know that I brought him up in my matchup segment, but the more I hear about him, the more I see him, and even after seeing that beautiful sack that I seen last week, it just gets me hyped up to see him even more and just to see him show out. And a lot of people, a lot of players, a lot of veterans have been showing love to Nate Hobbs just as well as a lot of these other players, but Nate Hobbs has been that constant name that I've been hearing. John Gruden stated this before, that this guy does bring the energy, and hopefully we see that energy going into this week's game against the LA Rams. All right, Raidernation, that is all I have for you guys today on this pre-game preview. Let me know what you guys think about the game. Do you guys think that the Raiders are gonna win this game? What is your game score prediction? Let me know down in the comments below. I also want to let you guys know that tomorrow I will be going live pre-game and post-game on this channel, so keep a lookout for that. I enjoyed our live stream last week, so I hope to have a good time this week, and hopefully we come away with a W. So if you guys enjoyed the video, then smash that like button. It does a lot for this channel. And if this is the first time you're coming across my channel and you love the Las Vegas Raiders and you guys want to see more Raiders content on a daily basis, then hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon button just to notify you guys when I upload more videos just like this. Road to 50K, baby. With that being said, until the next video, this is your boy Samoa Raider, and your boy is, yeah.
And you tell them one thing. Just win, baby.